Hey, Rick McBride here with your Property Masters and 5 minutes of free time. Going to continue on now reviewing the purchase and sale contract. Again, we are using the as-is residential contract for sale and purpose, the Florida Association of Realtors version approved by the BAR, one that most realtors will use. This is the as-is contract. Last time we were discussing, the last two times actually, we were discussing the financing section, and it is that important of a section. There's a couple other parts of the financing section. One is Part C, assumption of an existing mortgage. This doesn't happen very often anymore because you can get a better rate than whoever has the mortgage has, but we will see this 10 years from now. A bunch of people assuming loans with the low interest rates. And then D, you can have the option on a purchase money note and mortgage, and that means that you're doing seller financing, purchase money, so you're purchasing money from the seller. And both of those require additional addendums and riders to the contract to detail the situation. It's not included in the original contract itself. So the next section is closing costs, fees, and charges. Everyone knows that there's a whole bunch of closing costs on both sides of a transaction. So the first one is A, and it details the cost to be paid by the seller. Seller has to pay dock stamps and surtax on the deed, if any. So that's a tax, dock stamps. I think it's 70 cents per thousand, per hundred, something like that. But basically you have to pay dock stamps. That's a tax. Owner's policy and charges. So you must provide to the buyer a title policy that guarantees the title that you are transferring is free and clear. Title search charges. So in order to provide that title policy, title company has to do title search. So that's a charge for that. A municipal lien search. So basically, a municipal lien search is the search that looks to see if the water bill, if they have any water bill, or any type of municipal tax liens. Maybe the municipality said they needed to cut their grass and they didn't do it, so they got a fine for that. Now, any type of liens like that they have to pay for. HOA and condominium association estoppel fees. That's a fancy way of saying a letter the HOA generates to say whether the fees are current, and if they're not, how much is past due. Recording and other fees needed to cure title. Also, you have seller's attorney fees, and then other. So the other, you gotta watch out to see if someone has stuck something in other there, but typically you're not going to have anything in other. Occasionally you'll have a closing cost like a transaction fee or something along those lines. If prior to closing, seller is unable to meet as-is maintenance requirement, as provided in paragraph 11, a sum of equal to 125% of the estimated cost shall be escrowed at closing. If actual costs to meet the as-is maintenance requirement exceed escrowed amount, seller shall pay such actual costs. Okay, and in section 11 is property maintenance, wear and tear. So basically, if the property is not maintained in the condition that it is when the buyer looked at it, what they're going to have to do in that situation is repair it. And if they can't do that, let's say they don't have any money because they're selling for maybe a distressed sale or something like that, then the title company is authorized to escrow 125% of the estimated cost of those repairs. You may or may not get a loan at that time, but it could be also a cash deal or something like that. But the title company escrows 125% of those estimated costs to cover the repairs, and once those repairs are done, the other 25% is refunded, or if there's overages, they're paid to the contractor as well. Those are the closing costs that are paid by the seller under the contract. And next, we will go to the closing costs paid by the buyer on our next 5 minutes of free time. Take care. If you want to enter into a contract, it is a seller's market. You might be surprised what your property is worth. Call or text us at 386-866 1007.